athlete, Independence High School.
Okay, welcome. Everyone, thank you for being here and being awake and attentive at this late hour. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Anna Clafter, the principal of Independence High School, and my team will introduce themselves as well.
My name is Kayla. I'm a student at Independence High School.
Joseph Machado, one of the teachers.
Aaliyah, the student. Jennifer Rothel, the counselor.
Ignacio Saldana, the teacher.
So, a little bit about us. We are a small high school located in the Inner Sunset. We are not a continuation high school, but we all are an alternative education school. We take students from around the district, 9th through 12th grade. Most students attend 1 hour a week with an additional 30 hours of work to do at home or on the premises. And then we have another program where kids come for 2 hours a day and get more individualized support. All of our teachers are responsible for teaching all subjects. And so we've had an issue. A lot of kids are not getting all their work done. And for our model in California Independent Study Law, not turning in work equals not attending, which equals the term chronic absenteeism. So our goal is to get students to do their work. And just a side note, because we are talking about equity, there are a handful of students for whom this model is working really well. But most of our students are not there. And they come from many different backgrounds, and they come to us with many different issues and academic needs. So we want to find something that supports everyone. Just a little bit of data about our absenteeism and our A to G completion rate of students ready to get going in college is only at 14% from last year. So that's not good for us. So, our Redefined Design Challenge, what can we do as a school to support our students to be more engaged, better with completing assignments on time? This is how we started.
All right, so the first thing we did was we held some interviews and we identify the focal students, which is a 5 to 95% attendance. We interviewed 20 students. So that's what the picture shows right here.
One-on-one interviews.
The next thing we did was we held a fishbowl where we interviewed students, and you know, they got burritos. We talked about how, we talked about what gets in their way of them being successful. Should I say this one?
Yes.
All right. So the last thing we did was we did a user-created data. So this is when we asked certain students to document a couple of days. So we had some people do videos. We had some people draw, right? Like that one over there. I think they did 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
They did 3 days of how their life is in their schedule, and yeah.
We're basically asking what's getting in the way of you doing your work. And we have students with jobs, students with kids, students with responsibilities. And then a couple of us also visited a few other independent study programs in the area, went to a conference and planned some other visits to see how are other schools doing it. Is there another model? Are there other ways? These were some of the more poignant quotes.
All right, we heard some quotes like, a lot of us cannot get help at home. And there another one that said, I get stressed out, then my teachers tell me to look in the book and I say forget it. Another one is, math is hard without a teacher.
So, the insights, when we gathered all this data and looked at it, the insights were, one, there's too much time during the week, no structure. Math is a struggle for students and teachers. And there are mental health needs that were getting in the way of success. So, as the design team said, let's look at structure, let's look at a structure that addresses number 1 and number 2. We created a prototype, a new structure for next school year that we came up with, kind of an option B, where instead of 2 semesters, they're shorter 6-week terms. So if a student is, failing a class, maybe they're 3 weeks in, guess what, there's only 3 weeks left, and then you get a new start. Instead of this sort of, I'm failing, now I'm failing more, and keeps going. Developing in-person math and science seminars so students can get some of that direct and group instruction. And a learning lab where it's not just drop-in tutoring but actual prescribed, you need to be here at this time for these subjects and here's who's going to be helping you. We shared our prototype with the instructional leadership team. We got feedback. We shared it with the full staff. We got feedback. We shared it at the SSC meeting. We got feedback from parents, and we're continuing to share, iterate, give feedback. And here's what we're planning on doing. Strategy 1.
Okay, so for strategy 1, we're going to develop math and science seminars that are content specific.
Strategy 2, we're going to convene a design team, staff, students, and parents, to design a structure for next year, create a new master schedule, and look at how we need to train teachers to do this.
For strategy 3, we're going to do data analysis, develop a data analysis system to determine who needs option A and who needs option B.
And then strategy 4, create a learning lab. Create the space where students can come together to do their work independently, with groups, or with tutors and teachers as needed. In the spring, we've already created some classes to start the math and science seminars starting out. We're going to convene a design team and start planning the learning lab. Over summer, we're going to refine the schedule, build the lab, create student schedules, and then we're going to roll it out in the fall. So this is our budget. $16,000, $16,591. That's a lot of money. And here's what it's going to be for. Chromebooks for our learning lab, 20 of them. Space and food for the planning retreat for the teachers. Couch, partitions, teacher time to do the planning. Student time to compensate our student and community participants. You've already given us $2,500. We can contribute $5,000. So what we're really asking for is $9,091. Thank you. Are there any questions?
They're not used to asking that.
Ready for
Yeah, but we have
2 minutes and 26 seconds.
for questions.
Or we can just go home. Yes.
Good job. What would you do if you had more than $9,000? Or is that really the full package that you need?
That's a great question. I think we could think bigger about the learning lab. We were, confined in our thinking.
You could build a wellness center.
We have a great wellness center.
Yes, they do have a great one.
Well, we do. We could use additional, para tutor support would be something. We thought bigger. That's a need.
Yep.
And we might need to be able to support our teachers in earning additional credentialing to do the model that we're looking at as well, because the way independent study law is a little different from ESSA, which is how it is still kind of coming down the pike, but teacher development and PD is useful.
Also strengthening our curriculum, as we, with Common Core, and so really thinking about how can we do that in an independent study model. We struggle with, because they're not in classes, and so by creating these learning labs and creating these seminars, now they're going to be able to work together in small group settings, and we'll be able to do more Common Core and looking at our curriculum. We use Google Classroom, but we need to make it better. We're not using it to its fullest extent, and we need training with our teachers to show them how to do it, because right now we're not utilizing it as fully as we could.
Yes.
Most of your teachers at this point have multiple subject credentials, single subject, or both?
Some have multi-subject credentials, some have one subject credential, but they're responsible for teaching and grading all subjects. Some have just a Spanish credential or a science credential.
And some of us have done the highly qualified
Right.
the last 2 years. So we take classes to to be highly qualified in certain subjects.
And can I have my phone?
Great.
Students are awesome.
We love our students. Thank you.
Hey, no.
As they're taking their photo, I just want to thank everybody for staying the entire time. I know it's late, and you're welcome to leave as you'd like. There is one more presentation going on in the next room if you want to catch one more, but obviously be respectful, sneak in, all those types of things. If you have any questions or need anything, I don't even think I introduced myself in the beginning. I'm Jenny. Let me, Brian know. But again, thank you so much for everyone.
Sorry. You guys.
Yes, right there. No, thank you.
So grab everybody, we're almost out of here. We're almost out of here, we're meeting in the next room very quickly.
We're gonna meet real quick in the other room before we go.
Let me get all the pictures, 'cause I sent them all right here.